Briefing for Thursday, the 8th of June. I'm Stephen Ridgway. VMware has released patches for VMware ARIA operations for networks, which used to be known as vRealize Network Insight. It's a network monitoring tool, helps organizations optimize high availability and in networks and network security and so on and so forth. There are a handful of issues. Highest CVSS score is 9.8, so pretty serious. That's a command injection vulnerability tracked to CVE 2023-20887. There are a couple of other vulnerabilities that have been addressed as well, with scores of 9.1, 8.8. It is vital important that yes, you apply the patches from VMware if you're using ARIA operations for networks, because there are no workarounds to these particular vulnerabilities. So if you're using that tooling, then make sure you check out the knowledge base on the VMware site and apply the fixes as appropriate. So further updates from Barracuda regarding the vulnerabilities in ESG appliances. So a little while ago, we mentioned that the email security gateway appliances from Barracuda had been there had been a vulnerability found in them that allowed for I think if it was remote code upload. So yeah, I mean, regardless. They've patched it, so that's good, and they did apply further patches which restricted the attacker's access to devices. However, they are concerned that the devices may have been compromised in such a way that they need to be replaced if they have been compromised. So if you've patched them and they weren't compromised, that's all okay, you should be fine. However, if you have had one which has been compromised, they are now saying those devices should be replaced. That's quite a drastic measure, but pretty secure one. So if you are using Barracuda ESG devices and you think you have been attacked via the floor tractor CVE 2023-2868. Barracuda should have contacted you already. If they haven't, get in touch with your reseller or Barracuda directly, or whoever, your account manager, and discuss with them what it is you think you should be doing. In other news, a deep fake cyber attack hits Russia. Fake Putin message has been broadcast on radio and TV. Yes, obviously in support of or in connection with the war in Ukraine. The false announcement declared the imposition of martial law in response to a purported large-scale incursion by Ukraine. To the best of knowledge, that's not true, and this was a deep fake. It is interesting that deep fakes are being they are, firstly, they're getting better, and secondly, they are being used for increasingly nefarious purposes. There are, deep fakes being used for extortion. The deep fake false photographs of people in compromising situations are being used for extortion, for example. But this one, I think, is pretty. That's to announce on Russian TV that there's been an imposition of martial law, that is, I mean, that's fairly disturbing, and it is potentially could cause all sorts of problems to perfectly innocent civilians in within Russia. So, not necessarily a great thing, but equally, it does show how far this stuff can go. And to give credit where it's due, whoever hacked the systems, must have put some thought and effort behind this. And you would have thought that a country like Russia, which is at least allegedly involved in a great deal of misinformation and political manipulation, should have been aware of the fact that that may well come back to bite them, in my opinion. So yeah, that's interesting. We will. Who will we get next? I don't know. Maybe we'll. Yes. Who knows? It is going to get to a point though where you can't really believe anything you see or see on the see or hear via media, because the ability to create fakes that say and do whatever it is you want them to do is increasingly good. And I think there is going to be, on the defensive side, there needs to be a phase of rapid catch up, because malicious use of deep fakes is running ahead of our ability to identify them as deep fakes at the moment. So yeah, caught my attention. And then finally from me today, just a reminder. So we spoke about the MOVEit hack on Tuesday. The BBC, British Airways, and Boots, among others, were victims of that particular attack. So just to let you know that Eliza May Austin, our CEO, is going to be on BBC Radio Sheffield today, talking about that particular attack. So if you want to hear what Eliza's got to say about it, tune into Radio Sheffield a little bit later today. That is all from me for today. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I will speak to you all again tomorrow morning.